Welcome back, everyone. We're going to work on more object-oriented programming with Ruby. This time we're going to create a new class. We're going to do a class, animals, and we'll have define, initialize, we'll have a name and a species. Below that, we'll do @name equals name, and there we go, @name equals name, not username, @name, and @species equals species. There we go. Fix that up a little bit so it looks good. Now we'll create a method like we had before. We're going to have an introduction method, just like we did in our last one for our person. So we'll say define introduce, and we'll say puts this animal is called, and we'll add in the name, @name, and it is and we'll make sure we add the species as well. @species. There we go. So we could already just inherit this one if we wanted to, but we'll actually add one more onto here. We'll add movement. So we'll say we're going to define movement, create another method, and it puts the end down there for us, and we're going to just put puts, and we'll put name is moving. Very generic for an animal. Most animals are going to move. So now we're going to create a second class, and this second class is going to be, we'll just call it bunny, because we're going to work with the bunny first. We'll have class bunny, and it's going to inherit. That's what this less than operator is pointing to the left there, but that's what it's going to inherit animals. So essentially, makes sense. Animals is going into bunnies. So basically, bunny can use any of the methods that animals has. And we would have to call, when we create a new bunny, we'll have to use name and species because that's the constructor that we're using. So now that we have animals is going to be put into bunnies. So bunnies is inheriting animals. We can say define movement, because there's no need to keep it the same now that we have this animal. It's not just moving, it's going to hop, right? So we can say puts, and we can say @name. We'll do, that's what I forgot to put right here, @name. Make sure we do that up there too. @name, and we can come down here and say puts @name is hopping. Yeah, we'll do hopping. It's hopping along. Is hopping along. There we go. So basically, this animal, with whatever name we gave it, is hopping along. And to start off, we'll make sure we put one animal here, animal one. That'll equal animals.new. That's how we create a new object of the animals class. Come up here, we'll call it hops. And the species will be bunny. There we go. So that's not it. Bunny. There we go. Now we have an animal. Animal 1 came from the animal class, and it's going to have the name of hops and the species of bunny, which is name and species. Name and species. And if we call introduce on it, which became animal 1 dot introduce, and make sure we don't have an extra space there. Oh, there we go. And then we run it. We do Ruby, and we'll do this is called animals. And there we go. So now we have this animal is called hops, and it is a bunny. Well, awesome. So now we've created a object of this class, and it's animals, a new animal. Now we can come down here and say, because it's a bunny, right? We made that just as an animal. But if we create a new one, we come down here, we do bunny 1, and let that equal bunny dot that's not even close to it. Bunny equals, and we do bunny new, and then we'll add in skids as the name. Why not? Skids, and the species will be breed. The breed will be, it's going to be a bunny. So we'll put bunny right here. There we go. So now we have a new bunny that's been created from this bunny class, because we're doing bunny.new, that's inheriting animals. So we already saw that if we have an animal, we can call any of those methods associated with it, which we have right here. We have animal doing introduce, and we created that animal with animals.new. We come down here, the bunny class will inherit animals itself, which means that we have access to movement and introduce as well. And that's awesome because we can actually, we'll go into this is inheritance and polymorphism, if I'm being honest with you, because this define movement, this method right here, will now be called instead when we call for movement. So we'll say bunny 1 and we'll call movement. Now when we run this, we're going to get a small issue. I'm going to guess it's because here, just so you know, when we see this, it's telling us, hey, what do you mean by name? Or did you mean at name? Yes, we did. That's exactly what we meant. That's where the compiler really comes in handy. And reading what it says before you just jump to conclusions like, oh, was this helps. Read it first. It normally really puts you on the right path because it's going to lead you to where the issue is. And so there we go. Now we'll run it again. And we have skids is hopping along. And up here we have, if we call animal1 dot movement, which is going to be the animal's version of movement, and we run that, now we see this animal is hopping along. It is a bunny, and it's moving. Now we have movement. So this, we put up the name. That's the problem right there. I was like, where's the N? Now we got it. Now if we run it again, we have hops is moving. So we have two distinct methods with the same name because we're overriding it with the bunny class. So the bunny class overrides the initial class right here that we had for animals. Animal starts it off very generic, and it'll be introduce and movement. These are things that we'll do for all of the animals. But specifically, bunnies are going to hop. So it's going to override the movement because it's special to bunnies. For instance, if this was fish and that was inheriting animals, we would have it swims along. Not every animal is going to swim, but every fish is likely going to swim unless it's not alive anymore. So we don't have to worry about it. So every fish would swim because it's inheriting the initial movement, and then we override it just like we did with bunny. We override that method. We have the method here inside of our animals, but because we inherited all that we can get from animals, we can add on to it, right? It's very similar to parents and children, right? You have the parent up here, that's the animal, and the child takes in a lot of the traits of the parent, but also has some special stuff of their own, right? They're their own unique being, so they have their own unique methods, right? They can call movement, and that's to hop along. So we will continue growing upon these foundational pieces in the next one. And I hope you enjoyed. And thanks for being here and thanks for watching. Seriously, I appreciate it. Have a great day, guys.